Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Fatamorga. Playing on the northern side as the Demon Hunters, we've got Wooden Alex. Playing on the southern side as the Raven Guard, we've got Yazoo55. And boys and girls, this is a Cocast, and we are once again joined by the lovely Laughing Max. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to this nice game of the Greyish Knights here against also very grey Raven Guard. So it's going to be grey Marines versus grey Marines.
You could say that we're going to have a great time. Haha,
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
great
wow.
old time.
I'll leave. We'll restart the game. It's fine. But yeah, so Wooden Alex, we've seen him on the channel a couple of times. He's been doing a fairly good job with the Grey Knights for the Demon Hunters. And, well, Yazoo55 is quite an experienced, quite an established player. So we're quite excited to see how these two factions go up against each other today.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. I haven't seen Yazoo55 in a hot minute, so let's see how he is in shape and stuff. So he looks to go for a ASM opener, like the Dark Fury Assault Squad it's called. And yeah, we're gonna see, Interceptors. If you do not go Interceptors, you do something wrong with Grey Knights because it's such a good unit. Standard build up otherwise as well. So yeah, is it finishing? He's not starting his ASM for now. What is Yazoo doing?
Yazoo, I can't tell. I think he's just... now he's going to go for the Dark Fury Assault Squad. I wonder if he was just saving a bit of money for upgrading his strategic points source. No, he's not upgrading it. No. Oh, I suppose he's gone for a Raven Guard, Arsenal, and a Crow's Nest. So maybe that's what's delayed the Dark Furies just a smidgen. But yeah, it'll be interesting because the Grey Knights, wonderful heavy infantry, comes in, smack things around willy-nilly. No one can really stand up against them in a straight-up one unit versus one unit. But they are small. They are vulnerable to dying and, costing Wooden Alex quite a lot of money. And they can also jump around quite a lot. But the Raven Guard themselves can also do the jumping as well. So maybe it's a case of just a bit of cat and mouse, poking and prodding here and there. But we're not actually seeing Wooden Alex, or should I say, sorry, Yazoo55 defending with his Dark Fury assaults. He's actually going to go on the assault himself. So fighting fire with fire, supposedly.
Yeah, and I think this is totally the right idea. Yeah, he sees also the non-build-up point. Oh, does he... Come on. He had scouts with him. I was like, come on, you can decap this, and he did. So, the question is now for Wooden Alex, do you attack? And yeah, he stays also on the attack. You will not catch the Dark Fury Assault Squad. They're a little more nimble than your Interceptors. Going for another Interceptor Squad, which I like. And I'm not sure, I think in a just build-up stance as they are right now, the Interceptors will win, but if the Dark Fury Assault Squad gets reinforced a bunch, they can maybe deal with them. But yeah, okay, they're for now sticking to the harassment side of things, jumping around, being annoying, going for some builders, which is not easy as they are flying vehicle builders. Yeah, on the southern side, the listening post gets also repaired, and now the second Dark Fury Assault Squad wants to deal with the Interceptors, so it's gonna be one of these games where I need to look at least 2 screens at the same time.
Yeah, we've got an attack on the bottom and an attack on the top. Wonderful use of the Tech Marine Artificer to make sure the listing post. I don't know whether this was intentional, but he's kind of let him destroy the listing post halfway down before then sending over the Tech Marines to start repairing it. So maybe a false bill of goods, like a little false hope to make sure that he stays where he should be. And then, while attacking the top, has denied the relic and the strategic points on the outside base of the Grey Knights, but they have managed to scare away the Dark Fury squad somewhat. And yeah, good use of the Primaris Scout Marines in a supportive capacity, allowing the Dark Furies to continue their assault while the decapping's been happening from their perspective as well. So now we're going to join themselves in the middle. The 2 Grey Knights versus 2 Dark Fury assaults. All these Grey Knights need to do now really is stand still, take the fight to them, while the other squad is capturing the critical location in the centre. Also got the Brotherhood champion in their ranks as well, just to add to their model count, as well as their DPS as well. Of course, Dark Furies away, they've taken a fair bit of damage on a couple of those models, but the fight continues with that Brotherhood champion, attempting to get the critical location. The strategic points, not quite, almost dying in the retreat as well.
Yeah, the Dark Furies also doing quite a good job in the attack on the southern side and the base. They lost 2 models of the Interceptors, which are very pricey. So they, I'm not sure if they can, but I think if he reinforces them, they could force the issue against these Interceptors if they really need to. I mean, the Proto Champion has, all of them have quite a good disruption, and they are just flying about. These upgraded listing posts doesn't do you any favors. Looking for a weak point, and he again finds the Proto Champion, or does he? You find him, come on. Just a little bit to the top, there you go. You will not be able to cap these outer points, so this is quite the economy disadvantage Wooden Alex. He has 2 generators, but otherwise only 68 requisition, whereas Yazoo has 80 requisition income and now builds 2 generators to get to, excuse me, 3 generators to get to up to 45, so this is going to be interesting. What I like, however, from Wooden Alex is that he is bolstering his unit count now with the Lord Inquisitor command squad, so he added the Librarium, adding more units and stuff, so this is more really good prolonged tier 2, also adding a Brigader, so he really wants to fight back these Dark Fury Sword Squad, and he really needs to if he wants to get his own points.
Yeah, I mean, that's a debate, isn't it? Like, do you hold the defensive line and then take up into tier 2 on the back of a small economy, or do you stay a little bit more comfortably in tier 1, get a larger army, and then try and reclaim your outside points? There's strengths and weaknesses on both sides, but I think he's playing it right here by making sure he's at least getting his side of the map down on his side. I mean, just look at these Dark Furies just dying left, right and centre very, very quickly. Once you get that mass, you've also got the Lord Inquisitor command squad. It's gone for a couple of bodyguards with Hellguns, so that should help him. Maybe not do a significant amount of damage, but any kind of rain damage when these guys are manoeuvring around is always welcome, especially considering that when the Grey Knights are walking about, their ranged accuracy is reduced somewhat, so having one squad in the middle just to anchor down and fire away consistently is always good. Now finally able to capture the strategic points and the relic on their sides, and going straight on the offensive as well, so not giving Yazoo55 a moments of peace, but the brother captain even, and everyone else has now also got the access to their plasma pistols, so when Yazoo gets into tier 2 and he gets that Assault Marine Sergeant on the go for him, extra plasma pistol fire is pretty good against the heavy infantry of the Grey Knights, so all good stuff from him.
Pretty big engagement over here. A lot of Dark Furies getting pushed aside, a lot of Interceptors dying on the other side as well. Normally if you go these prolonged tier 1 with the Grenades, you will want to add the grenades, you will want to add the Tech Marine, all not done here for exchange to faster tier 2. But yeah, this also means that your tier 1 push that you're more or less building up to is defended also more easily. So he lost a complete Interceptor squad here, and the second Interceptor squad only remaining with 1 model, so he needs to run back in the tails between their legs. His Inquisitor Lord also dies, needs to be rebuilt for quite a lot of money as well. So this engagement, this aggressive engagement was ill-advised here, but let's see, he has finally got his points up, so if he can defend them, he at least would be able to be better in the economy department, because he's upgrading some points, he's getting good. Tier 2 is finished, I think, for both players now, so that's now the question of the transition. What Raven Guard players like to do is stick with a lot of infantry, going for the infiltrated snipers, going for the Vanguard Regiment, Stern Guard Regiment, stuff like this. And for the Grey Knights, it's I don't know, you could go for Razorbacks, you could go for Flyers, or just more infantry, let's see.
Well, I reckon, considering that the Dark Fury Assault squads even are armed with exclusively Lightning Claws, a couple of pieces of aircraft. As powerful as those plasma pistols are, stick a few aircraft in the way and they'll all die, but actually, just getting 1 Pegasus squad in the way. Getting, is that 2 Pegasus squads? Yeah, 2 Pegasus squads. Put a side cannon on them, and they'll be able to break down these units pretty down quickly, and nice spread out of them as well, so you can't exactly just jump them both into one area and let them loose. So defending with a bit of range play at the moment, but yeah, I would love to see some aircraft just to keep them at bay. Managing to keep that Imperial icon online, but losing that relic over there. But yeah, I do think that that assault that we saw just earlier on was probably not advised. If you're on the back foot, be a little bit aggressive just to keep the Raven Guard on the go, but don't like commit to anything, because you are on the back foot, so definitely just pick and choose your battles as a way you can. But now coming right down the middle, but leaving that relic completely exposed for him, so yeah, he's definitely being... I mean, I do like aggressive players, I do love to see players constantly going at it, but there are times and places where less aggression is king. Going to go for some more warp generators. So it looks like the Wooden Alex is focusing on that tier 2. Might even see a Librarian, actually. That might be the play to make for large smite to break down the heavy infantry. Might be what Wooden Alex is thinking here.
Yeah, good that you pointed out the aircraft. To get to the aircraft is really expensive. What is more imminent, as he has also already built the Librarian, is the Grey Knight Terminator Librarian with the good old smite and the other AoE damaging ability he has. So he would be very good against this infantry heavy approach of Renegade Guard they like to do. What I like is that he gets the bodyguards with plasma guns now, which will also help him. And we will see from Yazoo now the more they than, if you could pronounce them, infiltrated snipers. That's also a nice idea, because you will see a lot of infantry from Grey Knight, so having some infiltrated sniper units can never hurt. But yeah, I would like to see also some Vanguard or Stern Guard veterans make use of the elite units Raven Guard has to offer very early on. We see here now a jump from the Dark Fury Assault Squad against the two ranged combatants over here. Interceptors decapping, just not giving a single piece here, but now they need to get away over here. They did kill 2 listening posts, decap 2 points, so this is quite the economy damage for Yazoo55. But now the question is, yeah, again the retreat. How costly will it be the retreat here, or how will it be easier? Let's see.
Well, yeah, that's it. Because I mean, we've seen on the channel before that Wooden Alex, he comes in, destroys some stuff, and then teleports away. But which is one of the strong points about the Grey Knights, just their flexibility in their positioning and their maneuverability. But then, if you're being outmaneuvered by the Dark Fury Assault Scout Squads, they're not. People want to call them Scout Squads, but they're not. I'm clearly just watching too many games from other factions. I think it's the Night Lords that confuse me here. But yeah, so able to teleport out of the way should normally be quite fine, but because the Dark Fury is able to keep on top of them, even teleporting away won't do them any favours. So having to slowly walk away from engagements isn't doing them any favours whatsoever. They're all nice and safe in the base. Have still managed to survive a fair few models. We do have that Grey Knight Librarian Terminator on the field for them, so going to be very, very careful with the positioning of the Dark Fury Assault Squads. And yeah, the more they then, that's one, it's a mouthful to say. I'd never know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I don't know how I feel about them being in this matchup, considering that the Grey Knights have got a significant amount of armour and morale, so they won't be doing that much damage to them. I suppose it's the infiltration aspect of them, able to keep them nice and safe. But with that Librarian now on the field, we'll be able to spot them. And here he comes, massive infantry, time to blast them apart. And oh dear, that is so unfortunate.
Completely. And he did go for the Liber Myrtus, for the smites, and there comes the second AoE ability, catching a lot of the Dark Fury Assault Squad, so that's kind of working out still. But yeah, a big smite, a big miss. This was a heartbreaker over here.
Yeah, the one risk is that if you try and use that ability before the enemy engage, especially with jump pack infantry, and more like to move, you've got to kind of wait for them to properly commit to an engagement before using an ability like that. But you know, you're going to appreciate when a guy tries, you know, because if it did hit, then my goodness, that would have been quite a few dead models there, really. They're going to charge after the sniper rifle people as the Furies jump in to see if they can keep them nice and safe. But that's a bit of a difficult situation for them, even in close combat. They are now officially outnumbered, especially with that fire support from the Lord Inquisitor's plasma gun dudes. Not a great situation for them, but they are managing to push them back somewhat.
Yeah, the Librarian is also quite a capable melee combatant, so he helps out as well. Yeah, this was a bad move from the sniper units. They were just heading head on into the full Grey Knights here. But again, an engagement where you couldn't call a clear victor. This time the Grey Knights stand in the end, so maybe this time was for the first engagement, Wooden Alex was the victor. His previous engagements all turned out more in the favor of the Raven Guard. Let's see more Primaris Eliminator. So he is he tier 3? I think he is tier 3. Primaris Eliminators. I haven't seen them before. Let's see what they can do for the Raven Guard.
Yeah, they don't seem quite expensive, but they do cost 3 squad caps, so maybe they've got a little extra business to go through. Has gone for Librarian Codicea, if I pronounced that correctly, and we did see him manage to get off one of his abilities that kind of acts like a stun, from what I understand. Maybe it's got like a, it makes all the things around them a bit purple, so maybe reduces vision or something. Yeah, Grey Knights coming in, doing exactly what they enjoy doing, bashing buildings. I mean, those two listing posts are at the dog's end of a bad day from the Grey Knights. Got the Lord Inquisitor coming forward, also been supported by a Brotherhood champion. And death and sadness from everyone. The Grey Knights seem to really be going up in their stride now. Also being able to see the Primaris eliminate. Oh, you're just basically more sniper rifle people. You've got capes as well, which is always good fun. So, yeah, aesthetically pleasing at the very least.
Pretty nice capes they have, but not very good, helpful against some interceptors bashing your head. But yeah, the attack being now fend off. But yeah, again, 2 listening posts dying, 2 decaps being done. But Wooden Alex in all this, he forgot to build his own relic up in the base, so he's not as far ahead as he could be. More and more snipers being added, as you say. The eliminators also, yeah, really going for sniper rifles. Their general guns are also kind of sniper rifles, I guess. But yeah, you have now actual sniper rifles. So we have like the front line of the Dark Fury Assault Squad and then the back line of the snipers. In general, I like it very much. Depends now what they can do and if they're getting infiltrated or not.
Yeah, it's interesting he's going for sniper rifles on the Primaris Eliminators. I would assume it'd probably be combat shotguns would be the way forward. You've already got sniper rifles doing the damage, and one of the problems that Yazoo's suffering from here a little bit is the Grey Knights just coming into close combat and bashing things in the face. You've got a shotgun or 2 in there, that's a decent amount of knockback on individual models, so I'd assume that would be the defensive play to make, but no, he's going pure offense. He's not taking any chances. Grey Knight Librarian Terminator trying to keep up with his boys, but a little bit slower than everyone else, as the Dark Fury is just continuously attack. Are both squads still alive? Yeah, both squads are still knocking around, so quite often you'll see, especially in games with low-level players, they'll sometimes lose their close combat units that they get in the early games, but no, Yazoo have been able to keep them alive. But here we go, the Stormhawk Interceptor, that's what you want to see. He comes in, Dark Furies can't do anything against him. Sniper rifles also can't exactly get a headshot on the Stormhawk because it's got no head, it is a vehicle, so now it's just free reign to go about any which way it fancies. Eliminators being eliminated, if you pardon the pun, and allows the Grey Knights to also come forward and do the damage that they've been wanting to do all this time.
Yeah, so now is the time for the scouts to get him rebuilt and get some rocket launchers, missile launchers on them, because for Raven Guard the scouts are basically your best anti-vehicle you have, unless you go for aircraft yourself, I guess. But yeah, as you said, these Raven Guard, the Dark Fury Assault Squads getting absolutely minced, the snipers getting absolutely minced. They jumped in once again, but getting absolutely attacked from the air. This is very ill-advised, losing basically all he has. There are some AoE abilities from the Dark Librarian, the Librarian Terminator here, and there is no survivor from the Raven Guard, if I would tell.
Good lord, it's Librarian action, but yeah, it was a very brave move, throwing the Dark Fury Assault Marines just to hold the line at the moment. We do now have some Primaris Scout Marines going straight for those missile launchers. Nice pullback on the Stormhawk Interceptor. And is that... Oh no, they've still got 2 squads of Dark Furies alive, so remarkable stuff, but he has lost his Librarian. But in that being said, the Grey Knights have also lost a significant amount of their own lads as well. Lord Inquisitor dying, but will be respawned. The listing post for... Well, one of the listing posts for Yazoo55 has yet to be rebuilt. And it's going to be a case of the Raven Guard not going to try and defend, they're just going to do a little bit of maybe a base trade. No, they're going to stick around. I don't think they've got the damage potential for a base trade. Might be able to potentially defend themselves. What are you going to go for in your stead? There's nothing at the moment. There's nothing really for them to go for. Maybe some vehicles might be an idea for the Raven Guard, but there's currently no money for them. What is it? It's 124 and 45 compared to 119 and 39, but Wooden Alex got a lot more money saved up for him. Going to attempt to get a Tech Marine Artificer, but it's that difficult situation for him. Oh no, he's got a Raven Perch. Now he's going to deep strike a what? Going to deep strike some Deliverers, going straight for the assault cannons. So he'll be trying to take on the heavy infantry first before then attempting to smash at those Stormhawk Interceptors.
Yeah, so Yazoo got to tier 3, got the Deliverers, which you told, but the question is, all the tech advantage in the world doesn't use you if your base gets absolutely demolished and the enemy opposing base is pretty intact apart from like a relic or so. But yeah, this looks really difficult. Now also going for the generators here is having a interesting position like in the back of the enemy's base with his infantry, and Yazoo is not giving up here, but as you said, it looks really dire now. He has quite a lot of bigger power float, so going for 3 generators wasn't the right play. I think he hasn't been playing a lot of Raven Guard, knowing that their generators give you quite a lot of power. But yeah, now he's also adding a Kiva Forge, drop basically the vehicle production facility for them. That's it. The HQ is getting attacked, and will it be killed before there can be anything built? It pretty much looks like it, so yeah. What is the plan for Yazoo here?
Well, I suppose it's come in and kill what you can. They might not be able to take on the Stormhawk Interceptors unless, of course, the Weimar Scout Marines are left to their own devices. They managed to take one down, and they are now about to finish off the other bits and bobs of infantry. They do come in quite strong, although the deliverers from their personal teleports have sent a long way back in, but nice choice on the Forge Drop Depot, or whatever you call it, as a significant amount of green money saved up. He can spend it on a lot of his own vehicles. Going for Land Speeder Storm, so not exactly the most expensive thing power-wise, but Grey Knight Librarian Tenant is still more or less full health, lacking in the Grey Knight support at the moment, but he's at least able to shimmy and shit with a few spells of his own. One Stormhawk Interceptor still alive, as the Primaris Scouts, I do believe, have been annihilated here. He's attempting to teleport out of there, but soon to be pestered and bothered by a Land Raider, oh sorry, a Land Speeder Storm. God, my units are getting all mixed up today. Been killed quite quickly by the Interceptor, and we're going to see some replacement Primaris Scout Marines as well. So somehow, somewhere, Yazoo55 managing to squeak out a defense here, but he has lost a significant amount of stuff in this defense.
Yeah, the big question is, yes, he has fended off this attack, but for on what cost? Yeah, you almost lost your HQ. This was very close. Now getting also the personal teleporters, rebuilding his crow's nest. The land speeders would be a nice idea if we would still have your arsenal for a multi-melter or two. But yeah, he still has no answer for the aircraft. Yes, the deliverers can fight in the air, fire in the air, and they also have assault cannons, but still. Yeah, there's a whole base to be rebuilt, and yeah, tier 3 also now for Wood and Alex about to be finished replacing his Grey Knight Terminator. He still needs to get his freaking relic. That would be pretty helpful, but otherwise, yeah, getting also now Progators again for some side cannon action. Yeah, basically build everything you can. You have a hell of a lot of resources. Maybe he's waiting for tier 3. He is repairing his Stormhawk Interceptors, which I like, tier 3. And he now gets an Inquisitorial Predator, which is tier 3. And yeah, what else are you going here?
Hey, he's getting a little bit of everything, which... I mean, you don't need to get a little bit of everything. You know what Yazoo55 has got. He's got 2 Dark Fury Assault Squads, so you can basically plan for what he's going to go for. But I do like the idea of the Predator, vehicle option. These guys don't have any anti-vehicle stuff at the moment. There's all that incoming range damage is absolutely annihilating almost the whole squad of the Dark Furies. If they can get squad wipe, that'll majorly help them with all this stuff. But outstanding the Stormhawk Interceptors on their own I really like to see these Pegasus maybe move forward a little bit with a teleport. But they've managed to kill the Terminators of the... Yet they didn't teleport away, sadly. Dark Fury is now just standing there, just accepting their fate by the looks of things. Thought, dear oh dear, one person been shot in mid-flight. Got the Inquisitorial Predator coming over now as well. So yeah, Yazoo55 has got a skeleton crew of an army at the moment. I assume transitioning into a different kind of unit composition here. Something ranged, but he's going to go for his own Storm Talons now and a vehicle cap increase. So I assume that he's just going to try and keep these guys on the side of the field for now, occupying the Grey Knight's attention span and try and get as many flying things as possible. But as the last of Dark Fury is dead, nothing left for them, so it's now going to be a slow march of the Grey Knights over onto his side.
Yeah, it's now more a question of not only what do you have, it's all about how much do you have. There's like a hell of a lot of Grey Knights coming in, 2 big aircraft, the Grey Knight Librarian and Lord Inquisitor. So it's a Predator, there's also Vindicator on the way. It's like you need so much, and now now your Forge also getting focused on. If you can kill this Forge, then there is a big lack of production capability as well. He did go for the Assault Centurions as his other tier 3 option now, infantry wise, so there you go. But yeah, you need to kind of defend this big grey wall that is approaching your base. There's the Grey Knight Brigade is completely reinforced now, having their Justica and everything. There's the Inquisitorial Predator flaming everything in his path. So yeah, this is now all or nothing now for Yazoo again.
Yep. I mean, he's defended once, maybe he can defend again. But I don't think those assault Centurions are going to be doing an incredible amount now that the Predator is on the field. I mean, the Raven Guard, they do like to hit and run. We saw that in the early game, just jumping around, smacking things, and then the moment the Grey Knights start looking a little bit scary, falling back. But I mean, if they're inside your base, you can't fall back any further than your actual base. He does have one squad of Primary Scouts, got 2 squads of Primary Scouts. He's been really careful with this defensive engagement. If he can snipe out the vehicles without the Grey Knights jumping on top of them, I might give him a little sliver of a hope. He's got the Vanguard veterans on the way. He's also got the more day them coming online as well. I don't think snipers are going to help you in this scenario. It's a real shame that the tactical marines for the Raven Guard, don't have access to any crack missiles on their missile launchers. But no, it's going to be down to the scouts and the veteran Vanguard, which are already having the morale broken and dying pretty quickly, so this is not looking like a happy situation for him at all.
Yeah, they were jumping in and immediately greeted by the flames of this Predator. They weren't even on the ground yet and the flames were prepared, so it was kinda horrible, but yeah. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, it looks like the last minutes for Yazoo approaching here. There's no standing army for him. So yeah, GG Grey Knights are just to be, I don't know. There was a lot of play to be had on both sides, so just calling a faction OP is not the easiest or best way, especially if you play Raven Guard, which are also considered on the stronger side of things, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we saw it in the early game, didn't we? How the Raven Guard would just stay. I mean, it looked like it was going to be a Raven Guard game with the denial of the strategic points on the relic for so long. But one thing we can say about Yazoo55, he denied the relic for the entire game because the relic has yet to be captured. So no, it was doing a good job managing to also keep on top of the architects and preventing them from building stuff for a little while. But then the moment that the Grey Knights started getting their Stormhawk interceptors, didn't really see a change in the unit composition for the Raven Guard, and I think that's what did it for them in the end.
Yeah, good game after all, I would say, by both players here.
Definitely. So cool, nice one. So thank you for joining us, Laughing Matt. So you do YouTube as well, don't you? Do you want to tell us about that before we go?
Yeah, I also do quite a lot of unification stuff. I'm doing casts for tournaments for the most part. Some occasional co-casts with fellow YouTubers, of course. Guides, let's plays, all that good stuff. If you want to see more unification, you're good on my channel. I do also do some let's plays mostly in German. So if you happen to understand German, so yeah, give it a look-sees as well.
Excellent stuff. All right then, boys and girls, thank you for joining us at home, and yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Peace.
Bye-bye.